Aloy here.
Hello
If I
everyone.
have to share something,
In this
it'll
today's
be my
video,
bow. In
we
the
will
service
talk
of people
about
who need the help.
Aloy. What the best role for Aloy? The DPS or the Sub DPS? Okay, let's see her tail first.
This'll pack a punch.
Her E and her charge attack. Her E hits through the bomb
Punch is on.
and spawn the 6 chill water bomb. For the calculation of Aloy, we will go to the Honey Hunter and we use the information that we get from that web. There is so much interesting information in here. The base attack, the multiplier of normal attack, and so on and so on. I have gathered the interesting information about Aloy in that web. In the level 90, we will get her base attack 234, which is slightly lower than the average of DPS. The 5-star DPS, obviously all of them have 300 base attack. But we got the cryo damage bonus in level 90 is 28.8%. So the second interesting about her information in the web is if we use her E, she will throw a bomb and detonate it upon impact and will spawn a chill water bomb. The chill water bomb upon the impact will stack a coil stack, and the coil stack, which is if we get 4 stack, we will get rushing ice normal attack damage bonus. So the interesting part of her elemental skill is the rushing ice damage bonus, which is 10 second duration and the cooldown is 20 second. In level 10 we got 47.6%. And the third interesting information about Aloy is the burst. Her burst is throwing the bomb and she shoot arrow to it, and in level 10 the damage output is quite decent. It's 646.5%, and the cooldown only 12 seconds, guys, and the energy cost only 40. So this burst is good for sub DPS. And the fourth information that very interesting is when Aloy in Racing Ice state covered by Frozen Wild, her cryo damage bonus increased by 3.5% every 1 second in maximum 35%. So if we calculate it with average, we got average in 10 seconds is 17.5%, guys. Okay, let's move on. But before we talk about the best role for Aloy, we will talk about how to efficiently maximize your damage. Okay. As you can see, there is a lot of mechanism in Genshin Impact to calculate the output damage. So we will simplify it with outgoing damage only. This is I got from Wikia. This is the attack. This is from Mona, which is we can drop it. This row is the damage bonus row, and the second one is the critical damage row. As you can see, damage bonus is the sum all of damage bonus applicable to attack. The simplest way is every word that refer in game using damage bonus, it will get to sum it in one group in one row like this one. So to simplify it, if we have attack 1000 and 500 and the crit damage is 150 and the damage bonus is 150, if we calculate it with the simplest way is 1500 times 1 plus 1.5 times 1 plus 1.5. So we got 9375. And the second one, the total of crit damage and damage bonus is same 300%, but the distribution is not evenly. So with the same calculation, we only got 8835. So to get the optimum damage output is to evenly distributed between the crit damage bonus and the damage bonus, like this one. So let's move on to the calculation of Aloy with DPS role. So we get this calculation for the Aloy DPS. The first one, level 90, we got high damage ascension 28.8%. Her E, while rushing as state, her normal attack will get 47.6%, and the passive talent, which we average it, is 17.5%. So totally we got the damage bonus 93.9%. So let's move on to talk about the setup of artifact and the weapon of the Aloy DPS. In my opinion, there is two set artifact that is best for Aloy DPS. The first one is Forset Shimenawa, which is she will get 50% increased damage in normal attack, charge attacks, and flange attacks. So if we calculate it as the same as before to get the optimal output damage, we will get like this. Level 90 base, the damage bonus is 93.90% and the crit damage is 50%. If you use Forset of Shimenawa, we will get 50% damage bonus in her normal attack, which is 143.9%, and her circlet will be the circlet of crit damage, which is 62% increase, and totally is 112%. And then, so what is the best weapon if you use the Forset of Shimenawa in Aloy DPS? We will talk about the 4-star weapon in here. So the first one is the Rush Refinement 5, the second is the Black Leaf Refinement 1, and the Hamayumi Refinement 5. If you use the Rush Refinement 5, the gap between the crit damage and the damage bonus is quite large. The gap is 111.9%. Damage will not come out optimally. The second one is the best one, the Black Leaf Refinement 1. The gap between the two crit damage and damage bonus is only 5%. So the output damage of the Black Leaf Refinement 1 is optimum. Hamayumi Refinement 5. The Hamayumi Refinement 5, the gap between the two crit damage and the damage bonus is quite large. The first one, if your burst not 100%, is 63.9%, and the second one is while your burst is ready is 95.9%. So if you use the Forset Shimenawa, in my opinion, to get the optimum output damage is using Black Leaf. Okay, let's move on the next set. The second artifact set, in my opinion, that best for Aloy DPS is the 4 Blizzard. So in the calculation we get like this. The 4 set of Blizzard only give you 15% cryo damage, so totally only got 109%. And the crit damage obviously is the same. 50 plus 62 is 112%. So if you use the 4 set of Blizzard, what the best option you get to choose is the Hamayumi Refinement 5. With this Hamayumi Refinement 5, the gap between the crit damage and damage bonus only 28.9%, and while your burst is ready is 60.9%. But the gap while your burst ready is quite large. So averagely, the blacklist is still better. Okay guys, this is for Aloy DPS. But did you forget something guys? My calculation here, I didn't input the Goblet cryo damage bonus. Why? Because the damage bonus she got without artifact and weapon is already high guys. That is 93.9%. So imagine if we use the Goblet with the main set of cryo damage bonus 144% plus 46%, it will be 190%, guys. It's so high, guys. And the crit damage and the damage bonus will be large. So, in my opinion, the best goblet for the Aloy is the attack percent if we use the Aloy for DPS. Okay, the sub DPS role for Aloy. The best artifact in my opinion is to Noblesse and to Blizzard. You will get the 35% damage bonus while using burst, but if you use her E, you only get the 50% KO damage. With the same calculation like before, the crit damage we will get is 112%, so the damage bonus is 90%. The best weapon in my opinion is quite the same. The first one is Stringless and the second one is the Aloy Hunter. The gap between the two weapons is quite the same. The first one with the Aloy Hunter is 1.8 and the second one is 2.2%. So these two Forza weapons, if you use her as a sub DPS, it's good. So why we use Aloy as a sub DPS if we can use her as a DPS with quite decent output damage? Okay, the interesting part of Aloy, if we use her as a sub DPS, because of her E damage is quite large, which is totally is 750%. We get this from the first impact of the E, and the second one is from all the chill water bomb that spawn for her E. And the second one, for the sub DPS, her burst only costs 40 energy, guys, and her cooldown only 12 seconds. This is a win for the sub DPS Aloy. So, what do you think about the best role for Aloy? The DPS one or the sub DPS one? So it comes again with your playstyle, guys. What role in your team is needed for DPS or sub DPS? Because Aloy DPS is good and the sub DPS is good too. Okay, that's it guys for today's video. I hope you enjoy it. See you next time in the next video with easy and unique Genshin Impact video. See you, bye bye.